All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? Did we miss? Is that the intro?
Well, I mean, I didn't do my.
You know, I was listening to a podcast the other day.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't want to say who it was because it was dumb. But the point is, I clicked the episode because the topic interested me. It's like a health topic.
Yeah, how to unclog the toilet.
Okay, the podcast was Alex Larson, who's an endurance sports nutritionist.
I mean, I could have guessed.
But, and who did she had a guest on who had just completed not just the Unbound, which is a 200-mile gravel race,
Of course not.
but the Unbound XL, which is 350 miles.
Right.
Yeah.
Because no one just athletes; they athlete to the most.
Right. Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I was kind of interested to hear this guest's story. So I tuned into the podcast, and you click play at the beginning, and it's immediately the host talking. And I thought you know how some more highly produced podcasts, what? Even more highly produced than ours.
It was almost impossible.
Almost impossible. But there's a handful. And you know how sometimes they start with like a clip from later in the show, and then they say, "This is gonna be so great! I'm so glad you joined it." You know, whatever. So I click play at the very beginning, and I did the double take because I thought maybe I jumped in the middle of the episode. It was the host talking to her producer about what takes she wanted to do. And then for the first 6 minutes or that's an exaggeration, for the first couple minutes of the show, it's her telling her producer. They did an intro and an outro, and then they redid the outro because they didn't like how it was. And then they included all of that at the beginning of the show.
Huh.
Like it was obviously a blooper. You know what I mean? But it didn't make me want to like listen to the show. Right. You know?
Right.
It was just weird.
When we did the line cast, when I was doing it with Keith Slesser, we had pre-made parts of the intro like we have for this show, but then after we finished recording with the guests, as soon as they left, we would sit down, pick out the topics we wanted to highlight, and then record a thing of us going, this week on the show, and then we would insert, like we would talk about what clips, and we would put those clips in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that would be during the intro.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But you're saying they would put that whole conversation at the beginning.
I feel like somebody edited it incorrectly.
Right.
Womp, womp.
Yeah. Now Conan O'Brien does a thing where before it starts where it's just like, you know how we have pre-banter before, and it's just that kind of stuff before they hit the record button.
Oh, so he just has this shit running while he's talking.
Somebody will start it, and they'll be like in the middle of a joke.
Gotcha.
And they'll be like, all right, let's get started.
Yeah.
And then the stuff. Yeah. But that only lasts like a minute or two.
But see, you and I could never do that.
No.
Because our pre-banter is...
It's pretty banter.
It's dangerous.
It's definitely pre.
It's not something we want everyone hearing.
No, it's not our show face.
No, right. It's not a good look.
Anyway, let's get into some news. Look, I want to say a big thanks to Penn this week.
Yeah, shout out.
Because I got on my lazy old self I was like, surely I have an hour before I need to leave. I'll just throw the notes together.
Surely.
When, I could have been working on them all week, but why? The news will still be there.
Right, it's not going anywhere.
An hour before the show.
And also, if you worked on it too early, you might miss news that came up later in the week.
Exactly. So I popped on, and this week Penn had delightfully put everything in there. And all I had to do was make sure there were no trailers from other sources or anything, and watch the ones that he had in there.
Yeah.
And so here we are. So he's got news handpicked by Penn himself.
Yes. I think this qualifies as big news, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's not big news. Like, it's not big news. But the reason why I felt it was worthy to include the whole thing is because Spider-Man is one of our favorite what's the word? Franchise characters. Because there's been a variety of franchises. And we have some news out of Spider-Man. Did you already know this, that there's Spider-Man Brand New Day in July of 26?
I did.
Did I know this? I don't think so. Okay, this is news to me. This was news to me. So there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out starring Tom Holland, as we love him as Spider-Man. And it was
named Thomas Hollandus.
Thomas Hollandus stars in Spider-Manus Brand New Deus. And the big news is that John Bernthal, who we recently watched in The Accountant 2.
Yeah.
We loved him in that.
Mm-hmm. He was also recently in Daredevil Born Again.
Right. Everybody knows that. That's why I didn't even mention it.
Yeah. That's it was assumed.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
The Accountant 2 should be mentioned.
Right.
But Daredevil Rides Again, that's assumed.
Where he played the same character. Right.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean played the same character? Did he play the Punisher in Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so now this all ties together a little tighter.
Okay.
John Bernthal is set to join Tom Holland in Spider-Man as the Punisher, which everybody knows is the role he played in Daredevil.
And also his own show called The Punisher.
Born to Ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Born to Ride.
Is that the Daredevil?
Bruce Springsteen story.
Right. Born to Run.
Yeah.
What's the Daredevil thing called?
Born Again.
Born Again.
Yeah.
It's a Christian thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, it comes from a Catholic storyline even though the show didn't go there, but
I think it's great that Spider-Man is finally getting faith-based.
That's what I mean.
There's a lot of money in church.
This is an Angel production, right?
Angel Studios presents Marvel, Sony, and Angel Studios join forces to present
the ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh my God! You know what my late great father-in-law always said?
What's that?
There's a lot of money in church.
He's the first person to think that, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Right. He was the very first one to figure that one out. Anyway, we don't know a whole lot about the sequel, but there have been plenty of rumors, including Mark Ruffalo showing up as the Hulk. Zendaya and Jacob Batalon will reprise their roles as MJ and Ned. Sadie Sink is back. And the Bears' Lisa Colon Zayas is also part of the cast, but we don't know how. Do you know Lisa?
No.
Okay.
And Sadie Sink is new as well.
But we don't know what Sadie Sink's role is.
No, there's rumors that it could be Gwen Stacy, who could potentially be Spider-Gwen. And I think this last lady is the Lisa Colon Zayas. I think she's rumored that people think she might be, I can't remember her name, but Morales.
Oh.
Miles' mom.
Okay.
Miles Morales, who is, from the other Spider-Man. Anyway,
the film is set to shoot in England, probably right now. It's shooting this summer in England. And the director is Destin Daniel Cretton, who was the director of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is a movie I remember we loved.
Yeah.
I think that took our title Best Movie of All Time.
It probably did.
The Bemote.
Yeah, the Bemote. I think Shang-Chi is underrated.
Yes.
For sure. This is cool. The next Spider-Man was supposed to be more ground level and more reboot. I don't know if you remember how the last one ended.
I don't.
But it ends with everyone forgetting who Peter Parker is. So nobody knows who he is, and he now lives in a rinky apartment, and it's supposed to be, before we had galactic Spider-Man, gallivanting with all the bigwigs. Well, now nobody remembers who he is, and he's, it'll be the Spider-Man story we're more used to from Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, where he's struggling to make a living and be Spider-Man at the same time.
I like those. I like the ones that are more grounded and not as galactic.
Yeah, and I think that Punisher fits into that kind of world very well. I also think John Bernthal is a great Punisher when he's not the lead character. I think when he's playing a supporting Punisher, I think he's excellent. I don't think the Punisher in general, not John Bernthal, but I don't think the Punisher in general is a character that needs center attention. I don't understand how Mark Ruffalo would fit in.
Much like your friend Venom.
Yes. No, well, Venom Yeah.
No, your opinion was that Venom. One of your many problems with Venom
Yeah.
was that character didn't need to be the main standalone character.
Right. Right. It
And-
could have been if they had built him up over time as a side character in the correct way, but
The correct way.
Yeah, with Spider-Man.
And you don't think the Hulk? You don't see how the Hulk fits in?
Yeah, but my whole thing is he's supposed to be like ground level and no one remembers him. So how does the Hulk fit into that? Like, I don't know. I'm sure that there's a reason, and we will find out if there is a reason. But I'm all for not necessarily falling back on the tried and true cameos. Like Bernthal is good because he hasn't made a theatrical appearance yet.
Yeah.
New characters, like potentially young Miles Morales or even a Gwen Stacy or someone new is good. I am totally cool with him moving away from the MJ and Ned completely since they don't remember him.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's a lot of Spider-Man news, and it opens July 31st of 2026.
That's soon.
1 year.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's basically 13 months from now.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, yeah. Wow, we both have birthdays before then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, my God.
Who would have thought?
Double nickel for me. Oh, my God.
Double nickel?
Yeah, big time.
10.
I'm old as dirt.
I wasn't going to say it, but
Guess what I learned this weekend?
what's that?
I'm the same age as Tina Fey.
Really?
Like within months.
Interesting.
Yeah. I would have thought she was older. Because, you're younger and you're watching her on TV and you assume she's a big shot superstar.
Yeah.
She must be older. But she was when she was at her prime in SNL. Some people will say she's at her prime now. Some people will say she was at her prime in 30 Rock. But I'm just going to go with SNL. She's like king of the world. And I'm like trying to figure out how to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't.
Let's not be kidding. You're still trying to figure out how to
That's true. You said a mouthful there, my friend. All right. Last but not least, we have a new report that says that Russell Crowe, the casting news is, in my opinion, secondary to the title news. A new report says Russell Crowe will join Henry Cavill for Chad Stahelski's Highlander reboot, which starts filming this fall. John Wick mastermind Chad Stahelski is directing. Did we know there was a Highlander reboot?
We hadn't talked about it on the show.
Do we care?
Well, I am immortal.
Indeed. So
And
these are your people.
I have inside me Blood of Kings.
Right, yes.
So, no man's my equal.
Right.
You know?
I think we knew that.
Yeah. Theme from Highlander, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And also
yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the all right, while you gather
I liked the TV show.
while you gather your thoughts, let me say this about
Yeah.
that. As our old friend Hal Lord would say.
Yeah.
Let me say this about that.
About that.
I never got into Highlander. It wasn't a thing for me.
I don't blame you.
People who are into it
Love it.
and act like we should all just be quoting it.
Right. People who are into it are not a majority
Yes.
people.
So how do you think this movie does?
If they do a clean reboot with no connections to anything else and they sell it, well, could be awesome. But if it even feels anything like the old movie, I think it's not going to do great unless you already love the franchise. Because the Highlander movies are insane and not what I would say in a good way. TV show is pretty grounded and fun.
I'm suddenly when you say insane but not necessarily in a good way, I'm picturing anime. I'm picturing Japanese films.
It's all convoluted with time travel and like the rules are real wishy-washy.
RRR.
Yeah. It's very like they don't explain anything, and TV show had like rhyme and reason because it was a show and it had to for however many seasons it ran.
Yeah.
But I am interested enough to look forward to the trailer. I'm not saying that I'm like excited for the movie at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Couple Penn Cinema bits of
Oh,
news.
please.
We are upgrading our churros.
Whoa.
As per popular churros. Did you say churros?
Churros?
Yes, I said churros. You can sample our new menu in Lidditz and take it with you into the theater. You get a bar at the drink, get a drink at the bar, or a bar at the drink.
Whatever.
Yeah. And we got some less than enthusiastic feedback about the churros. So we're out with the old churros.
In with the new.
In with the new.
Right.
We also have the two most popular items on our menu, which we can't make fast enough, are French fries and mozzarella sticks. Oh my God. Could you imagine sitting down with a pack of mozzarella sticks, getting ready to watch Ballerina? Like, that to me is
so
the
cool.
dream. That's a fun night right there.
I want to highlight the chorizo pizza recommended by one Penn Ketchum.
The chorizo pizza.
And it was really good. Yeah.
A little tricky to eat, you said.
Yeah, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good eat. I'm sure with how good that is, I'm sure the other pizzas are great too.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason why I mentioned that is because we are working on our menu. Things are rolling, and I'm really happy with how that's coming along. Depending on when you listen to this show, right now is Sunday. The show comes out on Mondays. Monday night, in other words, tomorrow night, or if you don't listen until Tuesday, this is happening last night. Special F20 or F1 screening in IMAX on Monday the 23rd.
Nice.
7 p.m.
Heard it's going to be bouncing.
Oh my God! Tickets are. It's not sold out, but it's full.
This movie's going to be big.
Yeah.
This is like Marvel, Lord of the Rings, level pumped I'm hearing from people.
Yeah.
I know people who have multiple tickets. To different shows who are like,
Right.
I know that it's going to be so good that I've already got tickets for 2 shows.
Right.
Yeah.
And Sarah.
Sarah!
What else? There was one other thing. Oh, Superman.
Yeah.
Is selling like crazy, and we have a sneak of Superman on sale as well. I forget the date, but I want to say it's July 8th, something like that. So if you're excited about Superman, check out the preview there. And David, I think that brings us to the end of the news.
Oh.
I did a little flip-flop.
You did. I liked it. I wasn't sure what was going to
Yeah,
happen.
Turntable.
And then, is that what you're calling it? The hand motions.
Yeah, that's what does it.
Kind of perfect.
That's what does it for everyone.
And we're coming in this week with some trailers.
Yes.
What is the vibe overall you got on these?
I liked every single one of them.
Oh, interesting.
I have an easy trailer of the week, a pleasant surprise, and then 3 decent trailers.
I'll give you that.
What was your vibe?
About the same.
Some comedian broke into our show notes and wrote a little funny something on it.
It was, I saw that. It was the top comment.
Yeah.
It
was good.
And I was like, but I pull a pen.
Yeah.
since he's written the notes, I got to pull the pen and put the comments.
Right. Oh, the turntables.
Exactly. All right, let's start off with Springsteen. Deliver Me From Nowhere.
You might not know this. There's an actual musician. This movie's based on a real guy.
Real guy.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen, American rock and roll artist.
Wow.
Yeah, the dude was huge back in his day.
In the day.
Anyway,
Never heard of him.
right. This is my trailer of the week.
Okay.
I think what's his face looks amazing. What's his? I'm blanking on it. I know his name.
From The Bear, right?
It's Jeremy Allen White, and he stars as Bruce. And the backup cast, Bruce's manager. So it's not a full blown biopic in terms of from his childhood to present day or anything like that. I think it's mostly focused on his recording the album Nebraska, which is a lot of people think his watermark high watermark album, and I'm sure it will have some flashbacks or some references to his youth or whatever. But I mean, Amy and I are huge Springsteen fans.
Yeah.
Seen him many times. When you see that there's going to be a movie made about someone who you're a big fan of, kind of like Sarah with F1,
Right.
like you're nervous about it, and then you see the trailer and you're like, oh, okay. I don't know if I'm going to love this or not, but I know it's going to be okay.
Right.
Like I know at least it's not going to be terrible.
This gets my reluctant trailer of the week.
Oh,
So I'm giving it because I think it is the best trailer on our list.
yeah.
But me personally, I'm skeptical. not because of anything that happens in the movie, other than that the coloring and the cinematography looks a lot like the Bob Dylan movie, which I thought was not good.
Yeah.
And that was a movie that was super hyped for and looked like this and then turned out to not be good. So that's the part. It makes me really skeptical. But I don't think it's the same people making the movie.
It's first of all, it's definitely not the same people.
Yeah.
Second of all, Bob Dylan, a movie about Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's music is plodding with a D. Plodding. Like, I love it. I'm a big Bob Dylan fan, but it's not exciting music.
Right.
It's thoughtful. It makes you think. It's exciting intellectually, but it's not like, it doesn't literally like give you that viral,
Right. And I think the other thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, that Bob Dylan was a bit of an ass.
That could be.
And I don't remember hearing that about Bruce Springsteen.
No, nobody has ever. I don't think anyone has ever said
Yeah,
Bruce
so
has nothing but a clean record.
That in itself could change the whole.
Well, and his music is so much more fun, so much more high energy, so much better. I said it.
Yeah.
I said it.
You did. And now we only have half a fan.
Right. All right. So anyway, our shared trailer of the week is Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. If you have any passing interest in Bruce, check this out. This movie, when's it come out? In the fall?
I think so.
Yeah.
The top comment was, at the end of the film, Timothée Chalamet's Bob Dylan walks into the frame and goes, "I'm putting together a team."
Who else would be on that team? It would be Dylan, Bruce, Paul McCartney.
I don't know why I was thinking Blondie.
That'd be great.
I don't know.
And then they could go like younger and bring in Sheryl Crow,
Ooh.
Paul Simon,
That
Edie
could be
Brickell.
Sheryl Crow could be the, what do they call that? The everyman people.
Yeah.
Our perspective.
Right, the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
What other legend? I mean, you're not
What a
going
movie.
to bring Elton John in because he's too old now. If you're putting an Avengers style team, if there's any music fans listening to the show, podcast at pencinema.com.
Joey Ramone?
Oh my God, is he still alive?
No, not now.
Yeah.
But would he have been?
Yeah.
He would have been then. He would have been.
Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
the film takes place back in the day. Oh,
Yeah.
now you're talking.
Right.
Now you're putting Jim Morrison in the movie. Oh my God. And now it's rated R. All right. Next up, we have a trailer called Sketch. This is my pleasant surprise of the week.
Yes.
This is a movie from Angel Studios. It looks to be like maybe a kid's movie. And it stars Tony Hale, who we all loved as Gary from Veep. And
Or his more popular role, Buster from Arrested Development.
you think Buster is more popular than Gary?
I guarantee people know him more as Buster
Stop.
than Gary. This is the first time I even heard he was in Veep.
Stop. Yeah. He's like one of the main characters.
I'm just saying.
All right, stars Tony Hale from Arrested Development and also Veep. And it's a kids movie about a girl who like sketches like monsters, and then somehow like her sketchbook gets thrown in a pond and a magic curse is said and her stuff comes to life.
Yeah, it's a little girl who's going through a lot of emotional things, and one of the ways she's
Aren't we all?
Yeah, it's a almost 55-year-old man going through an emotional phase. Yeah. I don't know if the mom died or left or whatever, but
That scene with the kids around the table. Are we orphans?
Yeah.
And the dad goes, "No, I'm still here."
the kid says, "What do you call an orphan whose one parent is still alive?"
The kid Googles, picks up his phone, and asks Siri, what are you if you're, I don't know. Yeah, it was great. It was really well done. I don't know. The movie looks cute. It looks fun to me. Like,
I'm so jaded, though, by my own upbringing and growing up in a Christian private school, which was great on so many levels, but also has me completely jaded to the point where I've seen so many things that are supposed to seem mainstream that are just covers for when the Bible stuff drops. And the whole time I'm watching this, I was more distracted by the fact that it said angel at the beginning than anything and I was just waiting for the keywords that this has an uplifting.
The dog whistles.
Yeah, this uplifting spiritual.
Is that what it said? Did you ever hear the keywords?
I didn't.
Here's the thing.
I want to say that I didn't. I still don't trust it.
Here's the thing. And I'm
not that makes it bad. It's just, I'm just jaded.
Here's the thing. This is the thing.
About that?
This is the thing.
Whoa.
This is the thing.
The thing.
It's not this about that. It's not that about this. It's the thing.
Well, you just made is this thing in a box?
Yeah, this is the thing.
Oh.
The thing is,
Ooh.
I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay.
But I feel that we should not have that suspicion until we have seen, like, for example, here's what I'm building up to. You and I lack the credibility because, correct me if I'm wrong, we did not watch The Last Rodeo. We did not watch the one before it. There was 2 or 3 Angel Studios that looked like pretty mainstreamy movies, and we haven't seen them, so we don't know if it dropped or what.
Right. Although those all seemed like they had a more clear, like those all had the red flags in the trailer to me.
Well, why are you saying red flags?
Alerting flags. Flags on the flag.
So, in other words, you're saying those are more transparently faith-based movies.
They're, I don't want to call them faith because it's not. They're Trojan horses.
So you don't like to get your faith-based message. In other words,
I don't like walking into a movie about a sci-fi.
Right.
Kids' cartoons coming to life, and then I'm being like, well, thankfully, Jesus.
Remember last year or a couple years ago, we had John Krasinski's movie Imaginary Friends?
Yes.
Is this going to be a similar vibe to that?
I think it could be.
Here's my suspicion.
It does. It looks good. This is just, like I said, it's my personal.
Here's my suspicion. My suspicion is that Angel Studios is growing a wider and wider footprint.
Like one can hope.
And I think this movie may have some uplifting messages, which we could all use right now. Nothing wrong with an uplifting message.
Right.
But I hear what you're saying. If you're going to come at me with a faith-based movie, let it be a faith-based movie and tell me from the get-go.
Right.
Don't try to trick me.
Right.
Now, some would argue like one of the most faith-based movies we've had since we opened was Blindside, which was not even close to being a faith-based movie, but it certainly had that message.
Right.
Be kind, you know.
It was definitely blindsided you. Well, that one didn't because you knew it was coming. That's the thing. It's one thing when you know it's coming. It's another thing when they advertise and then you start watching it. It becomes very clear. Example, e.g., example gratified.
Oh.
We're looking at that Christmas movie that we had last year.
Yeah. What? I Heard the Bells?
Yeah, no. The one, my mom really wanted to begin to watch it.
Okay.
The one with Pete Holmes about the kids in the play.
Oh, yeah. The worst Christmas pageant of all time.
Right. That looked like it was going to be a fun comedy, family comedy thing, and immediately was preachy.
I mean, the only thing I would push back on that is that it was sold as being preachy. It was sold as a faith-based movie.
How much? It's still silent. It's still. I was like, anyway, we're getting way off kilter here. This trailer, what we're trying to say.
The movie looks great, but David has his doubts.
Yeah, this trailer looks better than it should.
I think this trailer looks great, and I think it's going to do incredibly well.
Well, no doubt.
Next up, we have London Calling, which comes out September 19th. Appears to be a action spy type of, like a poor man's Guy Ritchie type of movie.
I wanted this to be my trailer of the week, but the Bob Dylan movie looks better made.
You mean Bruce?
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Dylan.
This was a pleasant surprise for me. Looked like a fun action movie. I think September 19th is the absolute perfect
Timothy Oliphant. Everyone loves him.
Do they?
Yeah. The premise here is
almost everyone loves him.
Yeah, well, you haven't met him yet.
All right.
Timothy Oliphant is a hitman who wants information on how to find some other guy.
Oh, right.
And he goes to another guy and he's like, can you help me find it? And the guy's like, probably, but you have to do something for me. And that is, you have to take my average everyday kid and make him a man, a la
Teenager.
Teach him how to kill.
Yeah.
And then you've got like a buddy cop movie of a kid hanging out with an assassin, and he's going to make the kid tougher, and the kid's going to make him.
Did you ever see the Professional? Is that Jodie Foster's first movie? Or no.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman's first movie.
Yeah.
That's a similar type of scenario. I mean, he's not training her, but he's an assassin kind of stuck with this little girl.
Yeah. This is going to be much more comical.
This is going to be much more comical. Looks like a lot of fun. Looks like great action.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm down.
Cool. Next up, we have The Toxic Avenger, which is our first this is the Red Band trailer, our first real look at this movie. The other trailer was like through the eyes of the news or whatever. You really didn't see much of Toxie, played by Peter Dinklage.
Toxie.
Yeah. I was a huge Toxic Crusader fan as a kid, except for I was a fan of the cartoon, which was very different than the movies, which were just avenues to put softcore porn in the theater. It looks very trauma. It's very, very, very trauma. There's tons and tons and tons of blood, and
What is Trauma?
that's the company that makes these movies. They're known for being like over the top blood, and usually it's usually a lot of TNA, but I think that they've lost the TNA stuff.
It's bragging. It's making a big point that it's unrated.
Yeah, but I think they're really highlighting the violence.
So right, but what's a theater owner supposed to do when a popular movie is unrated? Usually when we get an unrated movie, it's like a little nitty-witty art movie that, 12 people are coming to see anyway. No teenagers are trying to sneak into it.
I could be proven wrong. I think the initial weekend opening of this will be very low, and then it'll be word of mouth. Like, if it's good, the second weekend will be big.
Okay.
But I think opening weekend's not going to be big.
That's the Toxic Avenger with the tagline, Toxie is back.
That's right.
And I was going to I was going to impress you with how cool I was and refer to him as Toxie.
Yeah.
But then you just casually referred to Toxie like it's no, like,
Well, I had his action figure.
Yeah.
Of course, that version of Toxie was taller and had a bunch of cool toxic friends that were really cool. But this Toxic Avenger does not.
I'm sure they were amazing.
Yeah. Some of the humor in this landed pretty good. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
Last, and I think it was a good trailer, but I'm going to go ahead and say last and least, we have I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Which has me a little confused. And I don't know if you're my guy to sort this out for me or not, but didn't we already have a movie called I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yeah.
Is this a reboot? Because didn't we have one that was like, I Know What You Did Last Year?
There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a reboot and a continuation because the characters from the first movie are in it. That's the people that in the trailer, they go to.
Right.
Jennifer Love Hewitt and the other guy.
So there was a 1997 movie called I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, and like 3 sequels.
I remember the sequels, but that's what I'm saying. Like usually when they have a sequel, they like have a slightly different name, like 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, 28 Years Later.
Right. So that's where this is. I think they call this a soft reboot.
A soft reboot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jennifer Love Hewitt is in it, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is in it.
Yeah.
Now, we're not sure how much they're in it, if it was cameos or actual small roles.
This is a lot like, did we watch that one Scream movie?
Scream, yeah.
That had brought them all back.
Yeah.
As like just adults in the town. The thing is, it looks well done.
It looks like fun. What's interesting is it looks like a 90s movie.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the first one came out in 97.
Right. It is a 90s.
The 1997 version made $126 million on a $17 million budget.
It was big.
Yeah.
I think the second one was big too.
And I think this one's going to be big. We'll see. I have the trailer playing on a lot of titles right now. I think we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the trailers this week. Simpler times.
Just give me a minute. It's so nice. It's simpler times.
Yeah.
There's none of this performance pressure.
No.
To have a countdown in your head and do a funny. I could just be.
I wish that I had planned it so that a fart went off, like right as you were saying that. Like I had added it to it.
All right. This week we watched from the World of John Wick, Ballerina. The movie takes place between. This was news to me. I didn't learn this until I was preparing for today's show. But Ballerina takes place between the third and fourth John Wick movies. Did you already know that?
Yeah. Watching it, I thought it took place during the fourth movie.
Well, the internet says that it occurred between the third and the fourth. It features one of our favorites, Ana de Armas, as an assassin who's part of the notorious Ruska Roma, and she seeks vengeance on the network of killers who murdered, you got it, her parents. David, what'd you think?
I enjoyed this film. I think it had a little bit too long segments at some points. And I think the fake accents were horrible. But otherwise, the action was fun. There was some legitimate, laugh out loud moments. There was some definitely oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happening.
Yeah.
And then there were other moments where really? Is that how physics work?
Right. Well, speaking of physics, and I think we talked about this when the trailer came out.
Yeah.
And I was casually mentioning in the hallway downstairs that I would love somebody to tell me if a fire hose versus a flamethrower, which would win. And one of the kids that works here, I apologize because I forget which kid it was, but somebody said to me, Mythbusters.
Yeah.
That would be a great place. So we should write in. I'm going to write into Mythbusters and ask them.
You should. I mean, they haven't been a thing for a long time. But.
Are they still a thing? No, they're not.
No.
All right. Well,
but you could.
Maybe then when I'm done with them, I'll reach out to the guys at Blockbuster Video and ask them what they think.
Do you have the tape of this on it?
Right. All right. They'll put me in touch with our friends at Radio Shack.
I think you could probably reach out to, I don't know why his name is escaping me now, but the one guy still does some myth busting on YouTube.
Well, I just think it was a great scene, and maybe it's better that you just don't know, but she has a fire hose and she walks down a guy coming at her with a flamethrower.
Right.
I found it a little bit hard to believe. I feel like the flamethrower should have won.
And there's also the corny part where they both have flamethrowers and they're spinning, and it makes a big giant flame top.
And that was kind of cool.
I know. Yeah, I was like, I kind of like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's my one beef.
Yeah.
I have one sole problem with this movie. And I'm still going to give it best movie of all time. I recommended it to people. I think the action is great. Ana de Armas is great. I hope she gets a sequel.
Yeah.
My one problem with the whole film is I hate the fact that John Wick had to save her ass.
Yeah. That was added post.
There were two scenes where she's pinned and about to get killed. There's the one where John Wick fights her from behind, or doesn't fight her, kills the bad guy from a sniper position, far away, snipes the guy just as he's about to kill her. And then the other scene is not so much that he saved the day, but that he got the better of her and then let her go. I would have liked to have seen her get the better of him. I mean, if you're trying to transition this franchise from John Wick to Ballerina, you should have let Ballerina beat up John Wick. Or at least be more evenly matched.
Right.
Like each with a knife to their throat, and then they look and lock eyes and they're like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But have it be more mutual. And if it weren't for John Wick up on the roof with his sniper rifle, she'd be dead.
Right.
And I hate that.
It's funny because when he shows up, not for the first time, but when he shows up for the first action scene that he's in, I realized how much I had forgotten about how over the top this series was.
Yeah.
Because other than her showing the coin a couple times and her visiting, one of my two favorite scenes when she visited the arms dealer, and my favorite part was when he leans in and he goes, "Can I be Frank?" And his name tag says Frank.
I missed that one.
And then she's like,
That's
"Yeah,"
good.
and he goes, "Good, that's how I prefer it." that was great. That was one of my favorite scenes. And then, anyway, other than those things, like it didn't seem like a fantastical world like John Wick had grown to by the time.
Right.
And then he shows up and she's shooting at him, and then he's like got his bulletproof jacket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
In this, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So,
how did you like the scene where she goes to the snow-covered villa, and it turns out that everybody in the town is part of the hit squad?
I thought it was fine. Like it made in this world where
It was believable.
we've established that like 90% of society is an assassin, because in John Wick 4 or whatever, and the whole world's after him. It's like every car that drives by wants to kill him. You know,
Been there.
who hasn't? A person I watched this with thought it was like too unbelievable, and I was like, I don't know. It makes sense that there would be a community of people who wanted, because the whole thing was the town was made of ex-assassins who wanted to live a normal life and settle down.
Right.
So they joined this cult
Yeah.
in the mountain, and his thing was like, well, how would they all just be ready to go? And like, well, they're all John Wick, like,
Yeah.
or less sub-level guys, people just living here.
Yeah.
They're going to have like be ready to fight. So I thought the scene in the kitchen, the restaurant, was really, really fun.
Yep.
My favorite scene of the movie was at the beginning, when you think that it's like leading up to the title scene, and she's driving down the alley, and the camera's like panning up, and you're thinking it's going to go black and be like Ballerina, and she goes turn at the end of the alley, and then someone just T-bones her.
Yeah.
And she like pushes her down the alley, and she's like thrown out of the car, and she's got her feet like trying to stop the car from moving. I thought that was like, it was so unexpected. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, no, that was a really cool scene, and that it was the kind of action sequence that made you wonder, how'd they do that? You know what I mean? Like, it was cool looking, and it was, however they did it, they did a good job with it. So anyway, the movie is called From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. I think it's the best movie of all time.
Best movie of all time.
Yep.
For sure. Next week, we're going to be watching F1. I don't know if you know this or not,
Up.
but my cube,
Yeah.
I've taken it on the track.
Obviously, I assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could beat these guys.
200, 230, what are you getting up there?
320.
320.
Yeah.
5.
And a third.
I used to have a car. No, it was no cube,
No, of course not.
obviously.
No.
Just want to put.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
want you to cool your jets.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything. Anyway, I always bragged it did 0 to 60 in 5 minutes, assuming we were going downhill.
right.
Yeah.
People pushing.
This was an old Volkswagen bus, and it would shut off if you weren't giving it gas.
Volkswagen bus. Nice.
Yeah. So I'd roll. First of all, I never stopped at stop signs.
Why? Well, yeah, you can't.
I got no time
can't.
for that.
Yeah.
And then if I was at an actual intersection where I had to stop, I would be like sitting there in neutral, because obviously it's stick shift, giving it gas, you
Yeah.
know, hoping I didn't roll back. You know, it was a fucking nightmare. Anyway, all right. So next week is F1.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Looking forward to
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God.
It's going to be big.
This I have been psyched for this movie for months.
You have.
Yes.
I have been.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. I am definitely excited for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called this though months ago when we first watched the trailer. I jumped all over it.
Oh yeah.
I stand by it.
Yeah. You did.
And what's interesting is this is our 4th of July movie in IMAX.
Is it really?
Yeah. Comes out June 27th.
And then the week after 4th of July is Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, but Jurassic is July 2nd, and that's not in IMAX. Oh. And then July 11th, Superman.
Oh, Fantastic Four was it?
Negative. We have Superman, and then Smurfs, and then Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four is 2 weeks after?
Yes, sir.
Man, I thought it was just one.
No, sir.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Shit, respect my authority.
Respect my authority.
You know, I've heard quite positive reviews for Jurassic World.
Can we just repeat what I just said?
Respect my authority?
No. That's a stunning lineup.
Yeah.
F1 is in IMAX until Superman's in IMAX, which is in IMAX until Fantastic Four is in IMAX.
Wow.
In addition to that, Jurassic World's coming, Smurfs is coming, something else is coming, I'm sure. I mean, that's just those big titles, those 5 big titles.
Yeah.
That makes for a huge week.
This summer's going to be hot. And there's going to be movies playing, too.
I get it. Because we're in a heat wave, folks.
Yeah.
So those of you who are listening from afar,
Yeah.
those of us on the East Coast are bracing for a big heat wave.
Yeah. We're in it.
We're in it. Yeah, we're not bracing for it. We're in it.
Yesterday, I went on a drive.
Oh, no.
And this is the first time I've ever experienced this.
Yeah?
But the GPS said, entering an extreme heat warning area, please take caution.
I had the same thing. I had the same
I
experience.
was like, I've never seen that before.
I was coming home from Atlantic City.
Whoa.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
All right. So Ballerina is amazing. F1. Well, that's a strong. I don't mean to employ the.
Ballerina is good.
I don't mean to employ the hyperbole. Right.
I mean, it might even be the best movie we've
the
ever
hyperbole.
seen. Yeah.
Right. So no listener feedback this week.
No listener feedback.
At least nothing worthy.
No. Yeah. We can move straight into like maybe one of my biggest questions.
Yeah. It's been haunting you.
Yeah. I almost asked it before the show and I thought, no, let's wait until we get on the show. Because I want to know, Penn, what's up with you?
That was like a little table dance right there.
I thought you were going to break out the turntables again.
Yeah. So what's up with me? What I did this weekend, I had my DJ class.
Nice. Glad to hear it.
Mixmaster PK and the flashy
fire.
Could you imagine? I would be the worst DJ ever. David, I have been really. This is going to sound stupid coming from me, but I'm going to say it anyway. I've really been enjoying the movies that are in the theater.
Whoa.
I mean, we reviewed Ballerina.
Yeah.
But I saw it when it first came out.
Right.
And then you and I reviewed Materialists. Mm-hmm. I also saw The Life of Chuck, which is based on a Stephen King short story, which I highly recommend.
Oh, okay.
Really good. I will say it's based on a Stephen King novel, short story, excuse me. And with that comes all the good and the bad.
Okay.
You know, there's a couple things where when you realize the premise, you're like, okay, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, in the final scene, there's another little like quirky move, and you're like, oh, this is Stephen King. That's right. Yeah. You know, and so I'm not saying like, oh my God, this is like the most amazing movie ever, but I watched it and I really liked it.
Okay.
Life of Chuck. Next up, I watched 28 Years Later, which just opened.
Okay. Now, did you remember the other two, or did you not see them?
You want to know what I did for real?
What's that?
I saw 28 Days Later when it first came out.
Right.
I did not see 28 Weeks Later because it came out when I was still working here.
Okay.
And I was when I say working here, I was manager, like on the floor.
Right.
And in that period, I really couldn't go to movie. I could have, I guess. That's a weird thing to say. I don't know. I guess because the kids were still little or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
It's funny to look back and think that back in the early days of the theater opening, it was harder for me to see movies than, you know.
Right.
Anyway, whatever. That's a weird little tangent. But what I did was I went 28 months later is available on Prime or some platform, and I watched the beginning, and then I was like, oh, right. That's what this is. And then I literally fast forwarded to the last 10 minutes to remind myself, you know, how it all wrapped up.
Right.
So I didn't rewatch it, but I sort of cliff noted it.
You got it.
And then I watched 28 Years Later and loved it. I mean, it's a lot. It is intense, and it is what I would refer to as a hard R in terms of violence and bad dreams, but sets itself up perfectly for a sequel, and it banged out $30 million this weekend, so I bet you it will get a sequel.
Yeah.
So I thoroughly recommend, if you're into that kind of genre, you know, then I highly recommend the movie.
Nice. I'm just looking something to give you some I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right name. I am. There's a YouTube channel called Screen Crush. And for situations like you just experienced, they do things like, for instance, here's their latest one. If you want to watch the Ironheart movie, they do 31 hours and 11 minutes. Oh. So I think they did one for 28 years and 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So you can just find out what the
do a little
catch up on a franchise.
Okay. So I love those movies. Amy and I finally got around to finishing White Lotus.
And was it good?
I loved it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a weird show, and I didn't think season 3 was as good as season 2, but it was pretty good. It was fine.
Okay.
And David, well, before I get to my big headliner, last night, Amy,
Night before last?
Well, three weeks ago tomorrow.
Okay.
I saw. I drove down with the girls to Atlantic City.
Whoa.
And we saw Amy Poehler and Tina Fey do their stand-up.
No.
Let me tell you something. We laughed.
Hilarious.
We laughed so hard.
Wow.
It was 100% worth it.
Wow.
It was so fun. They do a little bit of stand-up, and they had a woman open for them who was hilarious. But what the show is really more of a show, and the premise of the show is what's the story of how Tina and Amy came to be best friends. So it sort of starts with them in Chicago in the 90s, and they sort of tell funny stories about what they were doing back then and all this kind of stuff, and then it goes into Saturday Night Live days, and they do a weekend update segment, and Will Forte came out and did like a special guest thing. And then they go through all their movies, periods, and Amy does like a little stand-up solo bit, about 10 minutes by herself in there, 10, 15 minutes. Anyway, we had a great time. But the headline of what I've been up to.
Yeah.
I've been reading.
Well, first off, unlikely. Secondly, how dare you?
You take umbrage?
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean,
it's definitely fitness related.
Sort of.
Yeah. No, not sort of. It's definitely going to be fitness related.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So 10% Happier is a book by Dan Harris. It's actually about meditation.
What sport does he do? Oh.
Well, he doesn't do any sports, but the connection to endurance sports is that I'm having issues with blood pressure, and I'm trying to find a more healthier way to manage myself so that I can do better in sports.
I'm more into those endurance sports.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Andoran. Anyway, the book is called 10% Happier. I can't recommend it enough. It is, it's Dan Harris, who's the guy who had a little meltdown. I think we touched on this briefly a few episodes ago when I first started the book, but I finally finished it. What's neat about it is, first of all, 0% preachy.
Oh, nice.
0%.
Right.
His whole entire message is completely and entirely organically told through his sort of professional life story.
Okay.
Here's how I got into TV. Here's what I was doing. Here's how I got into broadcasting. Here's how I got, in the big time. And, and then here's how my life unraveled and, all this kind of stuff. And 0% preachy, but fascinating story.
Cool.
Really interesting.
Nice.
So I did meditate for 3-4 days in a row.
Whoa, straight.
With intentions of this is my new thing.
Nice.
You ever get like that?
Yeah.
You have a thing is super healthy and super good,
yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is my new thing. I'm gonna.
And you miss one day and it's totally done.
Gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good try.
Right. So bad.
I'm probably set.
Right. I'm probably good now. I did it that one time.
Yeah. Profound impression on me.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But anyway, the book did leave me with one lingering question.
What's that?
David, what's with you?
Oh, my word. Let me tell you what's with me. Have you heard that there's a new season of King of the Hill coming out?
No.
And it's like...
Are you talking that animated TV show on Fox?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're bringing it back. Okay. And everybody's older. And everything. And I thought...
Even though they're animated.
Right. Well, time still moves in a fictional world. I don't know if you're aware of this sometimes. Yeah.
Bart never once aged in The Simpsons.
That's true. That's true.
So you're telling
You
me
got
the plot of King of the Hill, they're aging.
They age through the show, and then it continues to age when the show's not on. And that's the whole premise of what happens now, 12 years later since it went off the air or whatever. So I thought, it would be interesting. Like, I've never seen the whole thing. What if I went back and watched it?
What platform are we talking?
Hulu.
Okay.
Because you know your boy is limited.
Yeah, I know you're on the loaf of yof, but
Yeah.
I think that I'm hanging on the edge of my seat to see where this is going, because just to be completely honest with you, hearing you tell this story, I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'll go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm going to continue, but I will say the first episode, like the animation for when this started, is rough. Like, you watch what they did is for a trailer, all they did was release the opening title for it, so which shows time passes real quick in the title. And I'm like, man, I cannot believe how gross the animation is on this. Like, it was almost enough for me not to. I know that it gets better, so I'll keep with it.
gross.
Yeah. So that'll be a slow burn for me. But in the meantime, I was like, I need to watch something cleaner.
Okay.
And I was like, heaven forbid I not watch a cartoon. So I started watching Demon Slayer. Remember that movie that we watched?
Yeah,
here?
and it's getting re-released in IMAX.
Right. Yeah. I thought, that was interesting. Like, I wonder if I'd be interested in the actual story.
Oh.
And so I started watching it. It's like, I'm not going to say like it's the best anime I've ever watched or anything, but it's keeping my attention. It's moving at a much faster pace than that other show I had been telling you I'd been watching. It's that the universe is has an interesting mythology that's fun to learn about, and it's pretty. That's the big thing. It's really pretty. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Okay.
Big stuff. Yeah. Well, next week we're going to be watching F1.
Pew.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
It almost sounds like
I
it's
think
a Star Wars.
I wonder if it's too late to make this suggestion.
What's that?
How great would the F1 movie be if they were shooting at each other while they're racing?
Perfect.
Sarah
Lasers
just-
or bullets?
Lasers, obviously.
Yeah, because they're too fast for bullets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they could probably add that in. Yeah.
Can you imagine the look on Sarah's face right now?
No, this is real life. Don't make fun of my F1.
Nobody's making fun.
No,
Nobody's
but I
making fun.
definitely will be waiting for the part where the cars go together and make a big robot.
Right. No. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Voltron style.
No, but you're saying you don't think that's going to happen right away. They're going to
I
hold it
thought it
off
would wait till the climax.
till the end of the scene, end of the movie.
Yeah, he's not going to quite win, and
Okay.
then they form the big
Yeah.
robot, and
Beep,
then he
boop, beep,
runs.
boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they shoot lasers.
That looks so good. I can't wait to see that movie. F1, Penn and David.
So look, if you want to be a part of the show and tell us what you want to see in F1, the best way to do that is to go ahead and email us at our new email address,
Yeah.
podcast@pencinema.com. That's podcast@pencinema.com. Penn, did you know that we're going to be having a live show coming up here in under a month?
I did. July 19th at high noon.
Yeah, high noon. We're going to be doing our yearly show from Complete and Box. So excited about that.
Yeah.
They have now you're thinking, why would I want to just come out to this video game store to watch these two guys jib and jab when I can listen to them later?
Yeah.
First off, how dare you?
Right.
Where do you come off?
Second off.
Yeah, where do you come off? Thirdly, it's not just about us. I mean, it's mostly about us.
Right, obviously.
But it is a party. And they fill out their whole front yard with music and like all these cool little craft vendors and stuff. It's not just about video games. It's really like an arts and craft community day celebration. Every year it gets bigger.
Bigger and bigger. And that is no understatement. And if you are anywhere near Ephrata, I highly recommend checking this place out. They got vendors selling hot dogs and snacks and pizzas and
cool 3D printed trinkets.
and they got bands on the sidewalk playing.
Yeah.
Like it's legit. It's a cool scene.
Yeah. It's usually
And then
pretty
there's
hot, but
and
it's
then
pretty
there's
fun.
also us.
Yeah. But we're in the AC.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah. We don't do that outdoor
Outdoors,
shit.
yeah. Maybe there'd be more room, but
We have standards for crying
nobody
out
wants
loud.
to see us sweat.
No.
So look, okay. Well, that's how
Yeah.
you can see us and get in touch with us. But if you want to support us,
Ush. Yeah.
What's the best way people can do that?
Well, the best way they could do it is to write to the producers of F1,
Yeah.
and we'll list their email address in the show notes, and tell them to listen to the Penn Cinema podcast for great ideas for how they could improve their movie.
Yeah.
Don't you think that would be the ticket?
Perfect.
Yeah.
What if for that I just put the like info for that marketing lady at the other studio? Why are we getting all these F1 emails? Why does Neon have all this F1 stuff? We're not even related.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Joe Biden, the former president of the United States, he came to see Mission Impossible at our theater in Wilmington, Delaware.
Did he really?
So first of all, shout out to the Bidens.
Nice.
They're an avid movie-going family. Second of all, shout out to the team down in Riverfront.
Wow.
I mean, they served the man. They took some selfies with him. It was a really cool scene.
And was it like a public view? Or?
It was a public show. And it's not, here's another thing. It's not his first time at the theater. So what they do is Secret Service shows up, scouts the place out, and then he likes to walk in as a normal person, and he pulls out his wallet and buys a ticket and buys his snacks.
Oh, wow.
Even though, of course, we would be more than happy to comp him, but he's not like that. Now, I will say, one of the things so the Secret Service is in the auditorium during the whole movie, obviously, and also posted up outside the auditorium. And I don't know if he did it with Mission Impossible, but he was in to see another movie a few years ago, and when the movie was over, they exit him out the fire exit door.
At the bottom.
Yeah, so they have the fancy vehicle behind the theater by the exit door.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But it happened. Everybody saw him do it.
Right.
It's not like I'm giving away trade secrets.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got a little sidetracked, but what made me think of that is that I sent the team from Paramount a picture of Biden at our theater watching getting ready to watch Mission Impossible, and they were pretty pleased to hear from us. So if you think that you should write the F1 team, Warner Brothers for sure would be psyched to hear from some Penn Cinema riffraff.
Who are these guys?
Well, just remember when you write in to make sure that you're writing in on behalf of Regal.
Right.
We will disavow any knowledge of you.
Right. Well, say you don't have,
as per usual.
You don't have the writing skills.
Oh, right.
To write in.
Right.
The best way you can support us is just tell a friend.
Tell a friend. And if you don't have a friend, tell us.
Exactly.
We're your friends.
Obviously.
Yeah, you got at least
we won't
two.
admit it.
No.
No.
Come on.
I mean, if you see us.
What are you, crazy?
Depends on who's around.
Right.
But,
Right.
Tell us.
Don't be acting like we know you.
All right. Well, once again, for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.